the Obamas are at the pinnacle of, in some ways, the biblical progression that God designed a family to be, right? To be fruitful, multiply, fill, subdue, and rule.
Mhm.
Like Barack's decision and Michelle's decisions and her influence over Barack, it was influencing over 1 billion people, right? I mean, they were a ruling household. But the way that they think about that season of their life primarily is not in those terms, not as a family who's been slowly growing multi-generationally and is now has the wisdom and also now the responsibility to rule, millions and influence billions of people. That's not the way they see it. They see it as individual accomplishments. Barack had his individual experience as a president. And while he was enjoying himself as an individual and achieving things as an individual for himself as an individual, he was, what he's saying, creating a deficit in his relationship with Michelle because he needed her to play this role. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I have to force you to do this, to be married to me. And so now I'm in this huge deficit. And so now that he's left office, it's now Michelle's time because
Mhm.
she wasn't actually fulfilling her purpose as the wife or the first lady of the United States. No, no, that was not good enough. Like this is to her, she was sacrificing in a way that was really taking too much and wishing, as she's saying, wishing that she had resisted more, wishing that she had experienced freedom more while she was serving in that capacity. And so now she's got to make up for all of that lack of experience, all of that lack of me time by getting to indulge in much more impulsive kind of personal preferences, right? Oh, my girlfriend wants to go out. I mean, imagine what we're comparing. We're comparing someone who had the power of life and death over millions of people, had the ability to bless or hurt millions or like I said, even billions of people. And when they look at that, they don't see primarily that as being the pinnacle. No, now that I've got the ability to go out with my girlfriend, this is really the point. And I don't know if I'm overstating it or if you would correct any of this, but I'm just saying from my lens, from the Genesis 1:28 mandate for the family, that we are building these families in order to serve, not as an individual, not me as like saying, hey, April, I'm sorry, I'm going to incur this massive deficit with you while I pursue this personal project of ruling and influencing in public service. And then you're going to endlessly take hits for that. No, like we're saying that this is the whole point of marriage and family building, and that your children now are coming into that as well. No, that's not the way they're thinking. Of course, they're thinking our kids are launched out. They're all going to do their own thing. And now Michelle really she can't become a matriarch. Her daughters aren't getting married and having kids yet, and so she's now like in a state where she's just like, what do I do? And she went into therapy. She talks about this in one of her podcasts to figure out who she is and to understand how best to make herself the center of the story now. And Barack feeling like he has now an obligation to make sure that he orbits her preferences because she spent so much time orbiting his preferences. I mean, this is this
Yeah.
kind of negotiation, this kind of tit for tat. This is so. I got to tell you guys, it's so fragile. Like the fact that Barack and Michelle stayed married with this philosophy is quite an achievement, and it's very difficult to stay married. And even in this next season, I do worry about them. Like that, this arrangement that they are promoting now is one in which if you're going from maid to mother to matriarch or from maid to mother back to maid, it makes a lot of sense why you would probably want to. I mean, why not? If what if one of those impulsive pleasures you want to indulge in is an affair or another romantic relationship? Because when you stir up that old season of life and think that going back to that is actually better, or you're also maybe promoting it for your husband who himself might want to go from warrior from father instead of going to patriarch, he's now going back to kind of that warrior stage where he's going to woo a woman, right? Like this, it's so clear why, especially if you're a powerful man or a successful woman, you would struggle to continue to make the sacrifices for this family that is essentially blown apart, right? You got your daughters who are off doing their own thing, and you are pursuing what you want, and your husband is pursuing what he wants. And yeah, it just takes one small desire or a rift in the relationship to pull apart this incredibly fragile arrangement. So yeah, there's a lot to this, but this podcast is really by way of warning. Like, this
Mhm.
is a really dangerous path for families to go down, and just kind of exposing the fact that I think as a culture we just are getting, as much as this is failing, we're getting more excited about this path. We're promoting it more, and we're going to therapy in order to reinforce and get trained in how to become this very self focused kind of person, and really develop the skills of me first. Like, that is the religion of today.